Hi, I'm Terry Carter, and welcome to another episode of our You Like the Pros lessons. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support, for liking, following, subscribing, and sharing, and of course, all your comments. So, what I just played there was a little bit of a country blues, and I'm excited because I just filmed that lesson last night. That's part of my new course on how to blues soloing course, basically how to solo over the blues. I've got 2 of 10 lessons already done, so writing the rest of them now. I'm excited about that. That will be coming at you. So as I'm sitting there last night, I decided, hey, this would be a great thing to go over the major pentatonic, since a lot of the notes that I just played in that particular solo are coming right from the A major pentatonic scale. Not all of them, but some of them. So I'm going to show you 2 positions or 2 patterns of the scale. One called a closed position, meaning no open strings, and then one open using a few open strings. So pretty cool. And then I'm going to do a little soloing just based off those notes only. So nothing too complex, just based only of the notes I show you, and then I'll show you how to expand it a little bit. All right, so first thing first, we are live, so feel free to ask a question or leave a comment, and let's grab some tuning notes and then we'll jump into it. So first string A, second string E, third string C, and fourth string is our G, and this is a low G, so it does help on this particular lesson if you have a low G for these low bass notes. If you don't have it though, don't worry, we'll just avoid playing that string, and we can just play them on strings 1, 2, and 3. So so I just finished up a couple theory classes, finals actually, so done with these 2 classes for now, and still up here in LA. Decided to have our lesson here. Waited out a little bit for traffic, and then I'll head on home after this. So let me just check my feed real quick, see how it's looking, and see who's with us today. And all right, there I am. Okay, very good. Don't forget, those that don't know, but I post all these materials, the sheet music and everything, in the masterclass, which is at youlikethepros.com, and you have to click on the masterclass section there, and not only lessons for this, not only sheet music for this lesson, but a bunch of other stuff too. So, all right, without further ado, as they say, let's jump right into our first scale. So I think the first one we're going to do is the closed position. No reason for why I want to start on this one, but this will be our closed position scale. I'll do everything here today with my thumb. And it is a minor pentatonic. So anytime you hear the word pentatonic, meaning penta or 5. So this is a 5-note scale. So A, B, C sharp, E, F sharp. And then when I play more notes, it's just repeating A, B, C. And then if you wanted to continue up, E, F sharp, and A. But we're not going to go that far. We're just going to stay right here in this position. All right, so this first note here is our A note, our root, and it's on the 4th string, 2nd fret. Now again, mine is a low G here, so it's going to sound a little bassier than potentially yours may sound. Don't worry about it. It's good still to know the scale, even if you do have a high G here. So I'm playing the A note here on the 4th string, 2nd fret with my 2nd finger. Then my pinky's reaching up to the 4th fret of the 4th string, so A, and then B is the 2nd note. Then I'm jumping down a string here to 3rd string, 1st fret. That's our C sharp note. Reaching my pinky out to the 3rd string, 4th fret, and that's our E note. Then I'm going to jump down a string and shift up. My first finger is going to be on the F sharp here at the second string, second fret. And then that's the one octave of the scale. Because everything else, like I mentioned earlier, will start repeating. So if we just play that from the top, 2, 4, next string, 1, 4, and then 1. And I'm talking about my fingers, not the frets there. Okay, so that's one octave. Well, actually, technically, when I hit this A note again, that's really the octave. But that was the 5 notes of the pentatonic scale. Remember, 5, penta meaning 5. Okay, so we left off here, second string, second fret with my first finger. Then I reach out my pinky on the second string, 5th fret. Then I'm here on my first string, and that's your B note here on the second fret of the first string with my first finger. And then the last note for this pattern we're doing today is 3rd finger on first string, 4th fret, and that's your C sharp note. Okay, so let's do just that, just ascending. Let's do it in half notes so each one will get 2 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 2, and stop right there for now. All right, so let's do that one more time. Okay, want to make sure that you're playing not only the right notes, getting them clear, but also using this finger that I'm showing you. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 1, 2. Okay, and I just stopped at that 4 note. Where is it? Right there on the 4 note. So now we're going to descend or come back down, and we're going to use the same fingering. So 4 on the first string, and then I'm going to go back to the 2nd fret with my first finger, up a string to the 5th fret, 2nd string with my pinky, back to the 2nd string, 2nd fret with my first finger. Then I got to shift a little bit because my 4th finger is going to grab the 3rd string, 4th fret. First finger is going to grab the 1st fret of that same string, 3rd string, and then my pinky is going to be on 4th fret of the 4th string, and then back to our root, which is the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Okay, so let's play now as written, down and right back up. Here we go, half notes, 2, 3, 4. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and now come back down. All right, so let's do that again, but this time instead of half notes, let's do quarter notes. I see we got Mrs. Carter checking in. Hello there. So let's do the same thing now. We're going to do quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and same fingering. You want to get that down, so get it down, get it memorized where you don't have to look at the tab or the sheet music, and you can just play it up and down. Now the next thing we do is to start trying to improvise a little bit over a progression, such as a blues in the key of A, especially if it was kind of more in a country feel, you know, the kind of the boom chicka sound, and to try to start coming up with little licks, ideas, or melodies. So let me play a little bit for you. I got my backing track here, and I'm going to just do a little soloing, real simple, only using those notes. I'm not going to get real fancy with this one, just keep it real simple. So check this out. 1, 2, 3, and. I had to restrain myself. You know how I like to do. I like to kind of bust out of the pattern a little bit, but I wanted to hold back. So all of that, and I did really good that time, only playing notes from that scale. Now I did certain things like, I did some pull-offs, such as the first string from 4 to 2, pull off, and then to the A on the second string, 5th fret. So I did a few little licks. I did some sliding. All those things just give it a little bit of life and a little bit of, you know, color to the solo instead of just simply playing this. Now I didn't add any bends. I didn't do any. I didn't add any bends, or I didn't really even play any vibrato. But those are all things you can add also. Okay, that was the pattern, the closed position. But I want to give you a little extra value today, and I want to also do the open position. Now most of the scale is actually the same thing, except it has a couple open strings. So basically the only difference is instead of playing A here, nope, we'll start here. Instead of playing E on the 3rd string, 4th fret, we'll play open E, open 2nd string. And instead of playing A here on the 2nd string, we're going to play open A. And then that's the same. Okay, so we're going to start again on the 4th string, 2nd fret with my 2nd finger. Hey Chris, I see Chris is checked in. Good to see ya. Then my pinky's going to be on the 4th string, 4th fret. First finger on the 3rd string, 1st fret, so nothing different there. But now here's where it changes. So now we're going to play open E. Go back to the F sharp here on the 2nd string, 2nd fret. And then now open A, or open 1st string, and then B on the 1st string, 2nd fret, and C sharp on the 1st string, 4th fret. Okay, so that was just going down. Let's just do that with half notes. 3, 4, so we got 2, now C sharp. Now here's your open 2nd string. Now F sharp, 2nd fret. Now open 1st string A, B, and C sharp. I see Gary just checked in too right after I started playing that. So hey Gary. All right, so that's going down. Let's do that one more time. 2, 3, 4. So we got 1, 2. Now open 2nd string. That's your E note. F sharp. Open 1st string. B, and then C sharp. Okay, so we just finished. There. Everything is in reverse here when I'm looking at the screen. Okay, now let's finish it off. Let's go back down. So back to 2. Now open 1st string. 2nd fret, 2nd string, F sharp, open, 2nd string, E, C sharp on the 3rd string, 1st fret, and then reach out pinky, 4th string, 4th fret, and then back on the A. And again, I do have my low G, so if you're playing these notes here on the 4th string and they sound an octave higher, that's okay. All right, so let's try this now, both ascending and descending with half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, so we got 1, 2, 3, now C sharp. Now here's your open E, F sharp, open A, B, C sharp. Now back to the B, A, F sharp, open E, C sharp, now B, and A. So that was half notes. Let's speed it up. Do not speed it up, but just speed up the frequency of the notes. So now let's play quarter notes. So 1 beat per note. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. So now what I want to do is I'm going to solo again over the same track of blues in A. Except I'm going to use this pattern of the open position, A major pentatonic. So it's going to lead me to a few more licks using the open string. So let's see what I come up with. This is nothing memorized. This is just something that I'm coming up with here on the spot. So what's kind of cool about this particular pattern is it leaves you with some licks that leave open strings, which gives it really kind of a country twangy kind of Chet Atkins, Jerry Reed type thing, right? So, you know, stuff I was doing is like here on the second string, pulling off from the F sharp to E, and then going to the C sharp on the third string, first fret. That's kind of cool. Or open second string, second fret F sharp, and then open first string. So that's kind of cool also. So it leads you to some additional licks or patterns that may not necessarily always hit when you're hitting this closed position one. So both really fun to practice and both really fun to you know, just kind of mess around with, improvise, create your own licks, create your own melodies with, and you know, just know that this is a major pentatonic scale. So what I'm going to do is now, hey, I see Errol's checked in from Toronto. Welcome. Thanks for joining us so late. I know it's a little bit later than normal, but my schedule is going to be a little wacky moving forward. I'll talk more about it later, but anyway. So let's go ahead now. Let's see. What do I want to do? I've already soloed a couple times using those scales. And so what I want to do is I want to go back to the very first solo I played at the beginning of the video, which is the actual new solo from my my blues soloing course coming up soon. And what I want to do is I want to just play it for you because it mainly uses this A major pentatonic, but it goes outside the box and plays some chromatic notes and plays some notes that necessarily aren't in the scale. And you'll see how it really livens up the solo. So I'm going to do it 2 times, and then we'll see where we're at that point. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Now that one is not improvised, but I did write that one, and it's fresh in my mind because, as I mentioned, I did that video last night real late, up till about 3 in the morning, editing and getting that done. So anyway, those are some things that eventually, or hopefully maybe even now, you can do using this A major pentatonic scale. So that's going to do it for today's lesson. As always, thank you for being here, and thank you for your support. And as always, we will see you in the next lesson. Let me take us out doing it one more time. Here we go. One more little taste.